So happy you're joining here on Talk Pittsburgh. It feels like a jump from fall right to winter.
It did. Automatically.
Just like that.
I was like, what is it? So cold outside.
So cold.
Yeah.
Of course, it's Veterans Day, and we're saying thank you to all of the veterans who have served, our current military members who are serving right now. And we kind of wanted to reflect back. We had the opportunity last week to speak with the Grand Marshal of our Veterans Day Parade here in Pittsburgh, veteran Andy Nygett. He was injured in Vietnam and wasn't expected to survive. He went back to the country years later, and after our interview on Talk Pittsburgh with him, Ross Godotti sat down with him and put together a really beautiful piece on Andy, and we wanted to share a little clip of that. Take a listen.
It truly was an experience of a lifetime.
Captured in a documentary called We Left as Brothers, Nygett and other Vietnam veterans went back to a place that was replete with horror and death when they were young. Things had changed.
Probably my most gratifying moments over there were observing the children playing, enjoying life in peace.
Wow, the courage that it took to go back there and face that.
And to be able to do that.
Absolutely, but I can also imagine the healing that took place from that.
And I told him, and I think a lot of us, especially if we didn't live through that time of war, you may not know much about that history and about the veterans who served. And I explained to him that the only thing that I knew was after reading The Women, which was fictional, but also based on things that actually took place there. And the response to veterans coming home and to some of the women who served as medical professionals in the field, it's just, we know that that is a forgotten group of veterans for so many. And a lot has changed since then, but we're so thankful for their service.
Yes, we owe them so much. So you can watch the full story on our website. We're really excited about that. And thank you to everyone who has served.
We're going to switch gears right now and talk about the Pittsburgh International Airport. I got to tell you, the biggest topic for me when it came to this airport, everybody's talking about the glitz and the glamour and the tram is going away and the clickety-clacks and all the nostalgia. And do you know what I was focused on?
I know.
The parking. Where are we parking? Why have we not addressed this? So when they put out their big press release yesterday saying, guess what? We have a date. It's happening. It's coming. November 18th. We are opening up the doors. They included information about parking. And I was like, thank goodness someone's talking about it.
I'm so glad, though. The last time I was at the airport, I mean, typically I park in Extended, and they have a shuttle. But I was waiting, and the shuttle never came.
See?
So now I think we're going to have a shuttle. They're going to have extra parking. And I've been getting an inside look at the airport because I told you, or last week, I think, that my brother works there.
Right.
And so he's been sending me pictures all along the way, and it looks beautiful. So as you see right here, there's going to be this beautiful sky bridge that replaces the old tram, of which I feel like I'm going to kind of miss, but probably not. I'll forget about it sooner than later.
You said additional parking? 6,000 spaces, Pittsburghers.
So
I know you're worried about it too. I don't even have a flight booked, and I'm worried about where I'm parking my car the next time I go there. So don't worry if you also are in the same boat. There's going to be some places to park, which I feel like we can all breathe a sigh of relief
And
now.
it sounds like there's going to be less than a 5-minute walk to the airline counters and the TSA checkpoint. So if you're running late, you can get there in a snap. Get there in a jiffy.
And I do know Rachel Carlson, who works over there. She does a lot of their social media. She's incredible. She used to work at Yelp. If you're a friend of PTL's from back in the day, she would come on.
Absolutely.
She's over at the airport now, and she's been showing some behind-the-scenes moments, too, on social media. The new technology that they have for the bag scanners, it's insane. It looks like an MRI machine.
Really? Well, that's good, though.
Yes.
They're going to keep us safe.
I'm telling you, these things, and it should make things a little bit easier.
Yeah, and then all of the art and the ceiling and the fixtures, it's going to be beautiful.
We're amazing.
All right, so it is time to vote. 3 local holiday favorites are up for national recognition. This is so excited. So they are all nominated for USA Today's 10 best awards, and we have some local favorites here. Let's start with PPG Ice Rink. So it's been nominated as one of the nation's best places to hit the ice. They also mentioned its location, of course, between all of the glass buildings of PPG Place.
And then one of the other locations, this is really cool because this is their holiday roundup for USA Today's Best. And they also mentioned Pittsburgh Botanic Garden for their holiday lights. Yeah. I have been out to this a couple of times.
Have you?
Our babysitter Shannon and her husband Jim treat us every year for their holiday gift to us, which is so incredibly sweet. They take the whole family and we spend the evening together. We go out to dinner, to Giuliano's Pizza, which we love, and then we go see the lights.
I've heard
at
so
Pittsburgh
many
Botanic.
wonderful things about this place. And I used to live in Oakdale, which is really, or I think this is in Oakdale. And I know a lot of people get married there, so it looks gorgeous.
The lights are nice, and because it gets dark so early, everything is illuminated with this. And one of my favorite parts, do you know at the Pittsburgh Botanic Garden how they have that big pond?
Okay.
They do a big kind of laser show off of the pond there, and we stick around because I have to hear Carol of the Bells.
It's like your tradition.
I love that song.
Yeah.
Carol of the
I think I've heard you sing it
Bells.
before. Yes.
I don't know the words to it.
Doesn't matter.
It reminds me of Home Alone.
It
I
does.
I love it. And then the holiday lights at Kennywood too are up for nomination. You can vote for all these, and I feel like Pittsburghers come out to vote every time anything's on a national poll. We show up.
And I think they have the world's tallest Christmas tree there.
Pennsylvania's tallest Christmas tree.
Pennsylvania's. Okay.
Not the
well,
world's.
That's still that's still a feat.
We're
though.
working on world's tallest.
Yeah, maybe
right now
next
we just
year.
have Pennsylvania's, but we're working on it,
And
Mikey.
the funny thing is that I've never been to the light show at Kennywood before,
Yeah.
and I am from Pittsburgh. I don't know. I've been
gotta
to
get out
Kennywood
there.
plenty of times, but maybe this year.
So voting is open. You have until December 1st, but we want to bring in Mary to see if you have a favorite of this
do.
list.
Yes.
Do you like anyone the best, or are you voting for all three?
No, just PPG rank. That's like, I mean, I went to Kennywood as a kid, but
Right.
ice skating is kind of my thing. When I was little, I ice skated. So then now we go there every year to the PPG rink. It's a tradition. I'm starting to teach my daughter how to ice skate. We started it last year. So I think this is the year where we're going to make a couple trips down to skate around the Christmas tree. I think it just kind of gives like that New York City vibe.
Yeah.
And we do not get to go to New York City. We just don't. So I think it's kind of like a little bit of that at home, and then we get to have fun with the fam and ice skate and get some hot cocoa and
Beautiful.
and hopefully not fall on our butts.
Love
but
it.
you know,
But you know what, Mary? You have so many hidden talents. I mean, you can sing. Now I know you can ice skate. What else
know.
can you do?
Are you out there pirouetting on the?
I can do a little bit of that maybe.
You're out spinning around
I need
like
to,
a little
I need to-
ballerina.
I really need to dig out one of my pictures when I was little. I mean, it's funny. I'm just standing there like so proud as a little girl, just like
Wait,
in my
Mary,
ice skates.
can you do-
with a terrible haircut?
Can you do one thing for us?
Yes.
Can you grab your?
Oh.
Is she giving?
She's
She
also
told me
official.
as she walked in today
Yeah.
that
Yes.
she was giving Law and Order SVU.
Absolutely.
Are you
Very
seeing
serious.
I'm seeing it.
Dun,
Yeah,
dun,
it is a
dun,
hand.
dun, 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 dun.
Well, you got to see the whole outfit too. The black boots with the black. It's all black.
Everything.
We can't wait.
Serving
It's the
today.
vibe for sure.
Okay,
That was
Mary.
PPG rank. That's what you have to vote for.
All right, keep this in your back pocket
Yes.
because we know a lot of people are going to be welcoming in out-of-town guests coming up soon with the holidays between Thanksgiving and Christmas, and maybe you're bouncing around too. And sometimes you need to keep them busy, so maybe you'll head to one of those top 10 places.
Yes.
But Talker actually took a deeper dive into this. They interviewed and surveyed 2,000 Americans to find out, when do you overstay your welcome? When do guests maybe stay a day too long?
I have some thoughts on this, but they found that 6 days is the max for most.
Yep.
After that, it feels like people have overstayed their welcome, and I would agree. I mean,
You think 6 days is-
6 days it's a lot of time.
So 30% said that they started to drop hints after a week that it was time for their guests to go. I don't know how you do that.
I don't know either.
But some people are doing it. What I found interesting about this is it did vary, which makes a lot of sense, for who the guests were that were at your house. So
Yeah.
if you're an adult and your adult children are coming to stay, they said 10 days. 10 days. Please stay a week and a
Stay.
half. We want you back home. Parents can stay 8 days. As for in-laws,
Oh, I know that number dropped.
it dropped to 5. It dropped to 5.
That's funny. You know, I used to live in Erie, and my grandmother, she came to visit me one time.
And you love your grandmother.
love my
you
grandmother.
love your grandmother.
Well, I left, and I made the mistake of leaving her at my house. Do you know she rearranged my entire kitchen? She told me it wasn't efficient. I couldn't find things for weeks.
But was it
couldn't
more
find a
efficient?
Yes, but
Of
I mean,
course it
after I figured out what everything was, but I'm like, where is the spatula? Yeah.
What I wouldn't give to have your grandmother come over and rearrange my kitchen.
I could call her.
What
I don't
wouldn't
know.
give- my kitchen is not efficient.
Uh-huh.
I need somebody to come. We've talked to Happy Lark before about the triangle.
Yeah.
But everybody,
the triangle.
So you have the triangle of how you should operate in your kitchen. Most people have it in some degree, but they also, when organizing their kitchens, they try and find that triangle with putting stuff away from the dishwasher. So do you want it closer to the table? Like, do you want your silverware closer to your table for setting, or do you want it closer to the dishwasher when you're putting it away?
Oh, probably
And
closer
so,
to the dishwasher, but
two
that's
different
a tough
schools of thought.
decision to
Plates
make.
too.
Yeah.
What I wouldn't give.
well,
What I wouldn't give.
I know. So yesterday we talked about Thanksgiving dishes, like the top sides, and I know cornbread stuffing, that was number one, followed by green bean casserole, of which like, ugh. And then mac and cheese, of which I adore. Well, I guess Jell-O was feeling a little bit left out. They've come out with something new and pretty fun that they're rolling out ahead of Thanksgiving. And so you remember the old molds. They're probably 125 years old, but they are reimagining the sides and making them into items, or I guess side dishes, that people often say no to. So Brussels sprouts, canned cranberry sauce, and pecan pie can go on your table, but it's not the real thing. It's the Jell-O version.
I have grown to love Brussels sprouts, but they have to be cooked a certain way. Like, you need to roast them. I need some balsamic drizzle on them. And a homemade cranberry sauce, I can't say no to.
Oh, I can't say no to that. But
Come
yeah,
on.
don't try to boil my Brussels sprouts. That's disgusting.
No,
It's mushy.
no.
Yes.
Okay, so before we head to break here, we just learned that Boaz left us a message today. He has been doing something really special. He shot something really cool in Allentown, and we want to see what he's been up to. So take a listen to this.
So a couple months ago, I had this idea that not surprisingly involved getting all of Pittsburgh's mascots together, and it also involved writing a polka anthem. I don't want to tell you too much, but I do have a little bit of footage to share with you. You're going to be able to see the whole thing coming up in a few days, but for now, I want to whet your appetite with, well, just take a look.
Stop it.
How does that intermix with the movie that you're watching?
Here they come, there they go. Who's inside, you'll never know. But they sure do put on a show. Pittsburgh mascot polka. Steely McBeam, what a guy. Pirate parrot on the fly. And icebergs always skating by. Pittsburgh mascot polka. Mrs. T's pierogies racing through. Here come Kitty Kangaroo. Smiling cookie from the Eaton Park. They're getting ready. Get on your mark. Here they come.
Okay, so I stopped by to see, I got there right around the ending of his taping, and I just couldn't believe that he was able to get all of those mascots in the same room. But then I checked myself and I said, we're talking about Boaz here. Of course he can.
I just love that man so much. I just love
so
him
funny.
so much.
Yeah.
The behind the scenes of watching them file into a building in full
Could you
mascot
imagine?
gear.
The guy,
Boaz.
he had his phone out the car, like, what is happening here?
I applaud your creative
Yeah.
genius. I aspire to be like you every single day. Thank you for the joy that
So
you bring, and I
funny.
cannot wait to see the whole thing. It's going to be amazing. Well, we are so glad that you're spending this hour with us on Talk Pittsburgh. Coming up, they say it takes a village to raise a child, and part of our village is here today. We're talking life's curveballs in today's parent panel, how to keep your kids feeling connected, even when your focus has to shift.
And we all love our city, but if you could be king for a day and bring anything you want to here in Pittsburgh, what would it be? We're sharing your answers in today's 3 o'clock drop. That's next.
That much anticipated Ferris wheel could finally land on the North Shore. We're going to say soon, but soon. As part of the Esplanade project, Pyatt Companies now fully owns the 15-acre site in the Chateau neighborhood of Pittsburgh's North Side. They have also secured another $25 million in financing to get started. The company says the dirt will be moving very soon, and they hope to have a groundbreaking in the next couple of weeks. This feels like good timing, considering, I don't know, the draft is coming next year.
Yes, maybe. Okay. And Pittsburgh has everything a good city needs. So we have professional sports, delicious food, historic city blocks, big festivals, and of course, great people.
But we're having a little fun with this in our 3 o'clock drops today. We want to know what store, restaurant, attraction, or event do you wish would come to Pittsburgh and why? Kiki B. Jones from Whammo is here. It's always a pleasure to see you.
Oh, I'm so happy to be here. I had to really think because I have lived in Baltimore before,
Yeah.
and I've worked in D.C. and New York, and I would say the only thing that I would want here is there's a place in Baltimore called Lake Trout. And it's like where you could get like wings and fish sandwiches, and I mean seafood is big in Baltimore, of
Huge.
course.
Right.
But
You're on the
Lake
ocean.
Trout, get a chicken box with a black bottom and half and half with salt, pepper, ketchup.
You
It's
know
a
exactly-
Baltimore
you know-
thing.
Okay.
You know about it. I would love it here. I don't know if anybody else would agree, but
I've heard of that place before because I lived in that area, but you would appreciate this. Lito's Pizza.
Yeah.
You know
Yes,
about
I am
Lito's.
familiar.
That's in that
Yeah.
area too.
Yeah.
I wish they would bring that here.
The one thing that I would say, and Ken Rice would agree, he did a couple stories about this. They had swings. They have swings on their river, and I don't know if it's in Cleveland or Cincinnati, and he covered this before because he wanted to bring them.
Yeah.
I mean, he was fighting hard
Like
to get
a
them on our north.
Swing out over the river.
Well, it's like, like little rocker swings, you know?
I want to swing over the river.
I don't want to swing
This
over
isn't like
the
a
river.
tire swing.
Okay.
These are like nice little bench swings that you
nice
can
swings.
take
Away
Okay.
from the water?
away from the water, not
Okay.
into the water.
All right.
Just to
sounds
take
relaxing.
in the North Shore.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that's
Okay.
fine.
All right, let's get to some of these. We got Becca Bakes Cookies. She says H Mart. It's a chain of Asian supermarkets,
Oh,
and I
yeah,
did not
that's
know
in,
about
that's
this.
in Maryland. Yep. That's
Our
awesome.
producer Brittany, she had me on the website earlier, and I mean they have every
Everything.
snack you could imagine.
Absolutely.
Well, Discover the Berg also said H Mart, but they also got a lot of comments about World Market too.
Okay.
Do you know World Market? I've
don't know
purchased
World
stuff
Market.
online before, but it's like a big homeware, housewares website.
Okay. Okay.
All right, so made by Marla May says, I wish Cake Picnic Tours would come to Pittsburgh. A cake picnic tour.
Sign me up
So it's just
for
a lot
testing.
of cakes,
Is this it?
and you would just test all of them. That's
I think
so
I have
many
seen
cakes.
that. I think I've seen that special.
I love cake.
And different people
Ow.
bring in their cake. Is that a fish cake?
Could you imagine?
Where is this happening?
I don't know. We
It
need
needs
to be there.
here now.
Okay.
This is in
Go.
New York.
Okay. We need a cake.
We
tour.
can make this happen.
Yes.
I have
Nom, nom.
faith. There is a big charity event. I don't know if it's still going on, but I think it's like Let Them Eat Cake. They have a big cake testing.
Sign me up.
Cake.
I got to
Anime.
figure out where that is. Dr. Katie Stewart says we need a Zara. Yes, we do.
Do we ever?
Let's start a campaign to bring one to Ross Park Mall. If that retail therapy doesn't work, you can head down the hill to my office.
Did you say what's a Zara?
I can't fit everybody's clothes, Mikey. Oh my God. Do you have a Zara Plus?
Well, they
Is
sell
there a Zara
scarves and
Plus?
hats.
Oh, I can fit a scarf and a hat. Well, some hats, if you have not noticed.
It's very similar, I think, to an H&M.
It is. But
Very much like
Again,
that.
is there an H&M Plus?
I got it.
How
Yeah.
about that?
They
I
have
can't
good
fit
clothes,
everything.
though.
I hear you.
I can
hear
fit the
Keith.
bracelets.
Yeah. Corey Bailey Handa says, definitely a Buc-ee's. It is not just a convenience store, it is a destination. Best location would be near the junction of I-79 and I-70 in Washington County.
Is that
She
like a
got the
Wawa
Okay.
gas station?
Listen, I didn't know. I didn't know until recently when we went to Dollywood. Last year we went to Dollywood, and I was kind of hating leading up to it about
Okay.
Buc-ee's.
Yeah.
We tried the little Buc-ee's. It's like popcorn. I don't know. We tried it for a Taste It Tuesday. I think it was Buc-ee's, like the nuggets.
Okay.
I don't know. Beaver nuggets. That's what they were called. I was hating on the whole thing, and then we went there, and it is
Really?
blow your mind.
For
It is-
real?
yes. It is like triple the size of a Wawa or a Sheetz
Yeah.
or anything. There's shirts, there's toys, there's food, there's like a
It's
supermarket,
like a mall.
basically.
We need
like
that.
a mini.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Yeah,
I
okay.
do get it now.
Buc-ee's putting it on the list. All right, cool.
Tim says a World Series.
Ba-da-boom.
Way to go, Tim.
I feel like back in what, 91, 92, we almost got, we got close when we played the Braves
We're-
and then
we're
we
not
lost.
there.
I think it was like back-to-back
Not
years.
close enough.
We
Tim's
lost.
here for the jokes.
I don't know.
We like it.
Yep.
Okay. Gloria says, how about a tea around town? Oh, I love tea. The tour bus that serves high tea, it's different and it's fun. So you just drink tea
I'm not
all
a
day.
tea drinker
You're not a
unless
tea-
I'm sick.
What?
It's only my body
Okay,
won't do
all right,
it.
but take a look at this picture here.
Look
Would
at
you
that.
not sit up
That's
there?
cute. I mean, any way for me to dress up in a fascinator.
Yeah, just
and some nice
imagine
little gloves.
sipping some Earl Grey as you drive down Fifth Avenue.
Yeah, I would do that.
downtown.
Oh, chamomile.
Yeah.
I don't even know what to say. I don't know if you broke or if that was on
Meow.
Julie says public transportation. Again, why do I keep getting the ones that are funny? Not funny. I mean, good public transportation connecting downtown Oakland, Cranberry, Monroeville, South Hills with a subway system that moves people efficiently and quickly. I will say, you know, being in the South Hills now, we're very lucky.
Yes,
but
you are.
I do think you take a look at the North Hills and other areas, and it's not the same.
East. Can we get a T to the east?
I know.
That would be wonderful.
Okay.
Yeah, all right. Julie said, oh no, sorry. Sue says Tudor's Biscuit World and Waffle House.
Tudor's
You had me at
Wait,
biscuit.
you got biscuits and waffles?
They have them in West Virginia. It's not that far away.
Bring on the carbs.
Okay.
So good. All right. Well, coming up on Talk Pittsburgh, it's beginning to look a lot like Christmas, Mary.
Yeah.
I even saw some snow yesterday.
Listen, World Market that you guys were talking about,
yeah.
I just ordered for the first time from there. We definitely need one here. I'm telling you, it's
Yeah.
amazing. And our weather, not so amazing right now, but there is a light at the end of the tunnel, and I will answer your forecast questions and let you know when you can go out back outside and enjoy some sunshine in your forecast by the hours coming up.
Tis the season for indoor events. This week is starting out chilly with some snow and ice in spots. But if things are looking up, if you want to get outside later this week, fingers crossed.
Yeah, you wrote in, and Mary's got you covered in this week's forecast by the hours. And yeah, it's been snowing outside. It's been cold, and actually I'm here for it.
I know. I don't mind the big flakes. It's really pretty, and then eventually we're going to be like, I hate this. Get rid of it now.
By February, absolutely.
Yes.
November, we can deal with it.
Yeah, not bad.
Yeah. Well, Alexis wrote in, is she or he mowing the grass?
Listen, last week, my husband was like, hey, I need to get another mow, and I'll probably do that next week. I'm like, and which day do you plan to do that?
Yeah.
He's like, I don't know, Monday or Tuesday. I'm like, it's gonna snow. He goes, no, it's not. I was like, yes, it is.
Yeah.
Like, you're not mowing the grass. So when she wrote that in, I'm like, hold on, it's going to get better.
Yep.
Let me break it down for you. Tuesday, nope. Tomorrow, if you want to bear the cold, I mean, we're in the upper 40s. Thursday, okay, the 50s, right? We could do that with a lot of sunshine. So you can wait till the end of the week. Yeah, yesterday was not good. Today, not good. And it's getting dark earlier, so you have to get out and you've got to mow like before dinner happens.
I didn't even know we were still doing that. I didn't know we were
He's
still
like, I
mowing
need
grass.
one last mow, just one last mow.
There are things that I don't even try to understand, and it is the last mow.
What is
Because
it?
Frankie is obsessed with it too. He's
Right.
like, I got to get one last mow in.
It's like, no, you don't. Scott Shakin said yes. He's like, I got to get one last mow.
This is true?
The
You
last
got to get
mow.
one last. Is it for you personally that you need this?
I
like
can't.
the therapy to be? Leaves.
There are a lot of
All
leaves.
right. Okay. See, I don't begin to understand.
No.
Well, you got a good day on Thursday.
Thursday is the day to do it. Okay,
Good.
let's get to Jody. Culinary classes on Wednesday.
Yes.
Tell us about these.
And it's inside. It is nice. It's inside. I think students can do it for free. So it's from 8 to 4 o'clock in Hazelwood. So it is looking pretty good for the day. I had to make sure my graphic was going to load there, but you want to be inside. This is great. Inside. So kind of for the commute, you're going to be okay when you're going tomorrow morning. And then again, as we head into the afternoon, we'll still get a little bit of a mix, but we're back to the 40s.
Do we have to worry about black ice or anything like that? Anytime you see that mix and falling temperatures?
Yeah, in the morning, but by the time we get to, tomorrow night and then the overnight period, we'll be okay.
Okay.
It was really, earlier in the morning. We had those temperatures right around freezing. A lot of it was just kind of melting on contact over those big wet flakes.
Yeah.
Then you get the black ice, but I think we've been okay. Areas north really getting slammed, but here in Pittsburgh and surrounding areas, doing okay.
Okay, that's good to know. So Taryn, oh wow, going to the Jonas Brothers concert Wednesday night at 7 o'clock.
Are you guys Jonas Brothers fans?
I can get down.
I like them.
Obviously, we're not super
Yes,
fans
no.
here, but we'll get down.
I'm not a fan of the Jonas Brothers. I'm a fan of Joe Jonas.
That's it.
Okay,
You
yeah.
got one. You have a
Joe.
favorite.
We got
Yes.
vacation eyes here, that's for sure. So yeah, Wednesday night, looking great for the concert. So when you're traveling there, looks great, upper 40s. When you're leaving the concert, 40, partly cloudy, but yeah. The Jonas Brothers, the other ones are under that graphic. They're
Sure.
they're
Just the
behind there.
Jonas
The white thing, it just
brother.
blocked it. I'm so sorry.
Didn't mean to.
Yes.
But I know, but Joe, hey, have a great night.
As
Love
he's
that.
listening. Biff is my kind of person. Wrote in Thursday, Christmas shopping.
I know.
Hitting it. I like it.
Yes.
I like
Right,
it.
it's time. And Thursday is the day. It's great. You want to get out early. There's going to be a lot of sunshine, so travel looks good no matter what time you're going, 10, noon, 2. We do get back to the 50s on Thursday, at least very close to it. So I think that's going to be the day you want to get out. And if you want to go shopping, it's time. And then you're going to get some maybe early Black Friday deals too. So I'm pretty much done with holiday shopping and just a couple big ticket items.
done?
I do it every year.
I like
I do
it.
it
Well,
every year.
I started last week. That
Good
counts,
job.
right? I mean, it's much earlier than last year.
You're doing it.
Yeah.
I know next week we're going to touch base a little bit more about Thanksgiving travel because that's going to be coming soon too. So we got to look forward to that. Still to come on Talk Pittsburgh, Mary's going to stick around. We are talking a big honor for one of hip hop's most iconic groups. They broke barriers, made history, and are now getting some long overdue recognition. Hear how they're fighting to own the moment and the music. That's next.
Salt and Peppa just made history as the first all-female rap group inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
While they were celebrating that milestone, they're also making headlines for another reason. Mikey, tell us all about this.
Yes, so hip-hop legends Salt and Peppa added a huge honor to their resume. They were just inducted into the 2025 Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. You know, I'm really excited about this because this is my group. They received this year's Musical Influence Award along with Warren Zevon. So Salt, Peppa, and DJ Spinderella, they were all there. And during their acceptance speech, they sent a very strong message. Take a listen.
We're in a fight right now for our masters that rightfully belong to us. After 40 years, as we celebrate this moment, fans can't even stream our music. It's been taken down from all streaming platforms because the industry still doesn't want to play fair.
They also talked about how they represent every woman who had to be the first. Love that. Also, Spinderella is now the first female DJ inducted into the Hall of Fame. So round of applause for her. So they performed Shoot and other crowd favorites, including Push It.
Love it.
So good.
It took so long.
I don't know.
They're so good.
They're
I mean, these
so
songs,
good.
this has been a staple in our lives forever.
There we go. Yeah, so they're singing this. Of course, the crowd, they joined in.
Everybody knows these songs. I mean, literally, this is iconic, right?
Yeah. And they said, thanks for keeping us relevant for 40 years.
So now they're fighting to own their music, kind of like what we saw Taylor Swift.
Speaking of that,
Taylor started going through the process of re-recording her albums to own the rights to it, but then, of course, she ended up winning and just getting them all anyway.
Absolutely, and I hope that that's what happens for them too. So we also had some other winners, some other performers this year. Outkast got added to the list. Soundgarden, Cyndi Lauper. Wow, that's a blast from the past. The White Stripes, Bad Company, Chubby Checker, and Joe Cocker. Yeah, that's a good list.
I like the White Stripes. I'm a big fan.
Cyndi Lauper.
Girl, just wanna have fun.
And Outkast too. No, I think this is a good group. I'm really happy for Salt and Peppa though. I think that this was long overdue. The amount of routines that I came up with my friends. And whenever we talk about, you know, like Sabrina Carpenter and maybe it's too racy for our kids to listen to. I think about Salt and Peppa and I think I knew every single word to that song and should not.
And we didn't even think about it though. Like, there were so many lyrics to so many songs and we're like, oh, that's what that meant?
That's what that
was saying? Oh, and I probably like time listening to it.
But I like you, Heather, I can think of the amount of dance routines that I have to those songs.
Right.
It's never ending. That's all we used to do.
People think TikTok is a new thing. It's not. We've been doing this since the 90s. We just didn't have a phone to record it on.
That's right.
Yes, I know. But you know what's really special about that group? It's not the music. I mean, the music was great, but it was just that they represented just a very strong, positive woman role model that you didn't see that often back then in the 80s.
Right, and objectified men a little bit, and I like that.
Right.
Like, you know,
men were dancing to that, right?
A little balance to it, why not?
Yes, all right, love that. All right, still to come on Talk Pittsburgh, they say money can buy happiness, but what if that's not the whole story? In a Mikey Minute, I'm breaking down why the smartest purchases aren't about spending more, but spending in ways that can improve your life.
And if you got a teen, listen up. A new graduation requirement for high school students is kicking in next year. We'll tell you how your student can get ahead and gain real-world experience now. Talk Pittsburgh, we'll be right back.
What good is acing a quiz if you don't know how to balance your own household budget? Junior Achievement is helping young Pittsburghers get ready for life after graduation.
One of the biggest lessons they'll learn, money management. Patrice Matamoros, president of Junior Achievement here in Western PA, joins us now to talk about this. I didn't realize this, but finance is actually a brand new graduation requirement. Is this in all schools across Pennsylvania?
It is. It was a
Wow.
mandate that will take place next year.
So I remember this balancing a checkbook. And that was basically my introduction and the end of my learning on finances.
Oh, well, you got more than I did.
That was it. I remember learning how to sign a check, learning how to write it out, and that was about it.
Well, this is going to be amazing just because of all the different curriculum requirements that are put in place by the state. And so what we decided is since it's an unfunded mandate, we would provide a free financial literacy course to all schools across Pennsylvania.
That's amazing.
Wonderful. So give us some examples of what students will be learning.
So they're going to learn anything from budgeting. So one of our experiential learning opportunities is they actually come on site to BizTown, and we have coaches, and they literally will walk through a day in the life of an adult and make purchasing decisions. So it's really, really valuable, and most of the students who go through are so surprised at how expensive groceries are and childcare.
And I think that this is where it came from. My daughter, who came to BizTown earlier this year, came home with a little checkbook.
Yes.
Is that right?
Yes.
And so you're learning how to spend that money appropriately.
Yes, so that's for our grades 4 to 6, and then we have Finance Park, which will cover middle school to high school. And then in addition to that, we teach long-term investing and saving, and then the kids come in for a simulation for the stock market challenge at Stage AE, and they get to see what it's like to be a day in the life of a trader.
Oh, you guys have such an amazing facility, but how do you imagine this plays out with kids after they graduate? Like, how will this help them?
I think it's going to help them understand interest rates. So if they get a credit card, how easy is it to put things on a credit card, but they don't necessarily know about interest. So
Right.
I think it'll make them wiser and smarter about using credit in addition to student loans, right? Because all of those need to be paid back. And when they factor that into their overall budget, it kind of will change some of the decisions that they make. In addition to that, they learn long-term saving and investing, jumping into 401ks as soon as they can, how important that is, how saving as little as $100 a month could make you a millionaire by the time you're retirement age.
Only I could go back in time.
Well, you mentioned the stock market challenge. That's actually something that Mikey and I got to partake in a little bit and learn more about. But you're kind of growing with the students, teaching them step by step how things can change, how your investments can change, learning all of it.
Exactly, and that's one of the things I think that really catches them, is they're coming in for that experience and they see how hard it is to time a market.
Yeah.
You can't day trade. It's not a good long-term plan, but they get the excitement of building everything they've learned in class and put it into that one day, and they see how news impacts stocks and companies' value.
That's right.
And what would you say makes junior achievement stand out so different? I mean, I know you guys have a real hands-on approach, and you're really teaching them things that they might not even learn in high school.
Right, yeah. It's really experiential learning. It's about putting them in a simulation, giving them the experience of what we have to do every day in terms of decision making that's financial. So so that's the key, is it kind of cements what they learn in class.
How many schools are you working with right now?
We work with a ton of schools, about 191 schools. We have a huge footprint, over 675,000 students. We serve over 100,000 students in our territory alone.
It's an amazing program. It really is. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you, Patrice. If you would like to learn more about Junior Achievement's financial literacy program, we have more information on our website, kdka.com/talkpittsburgh.
We've been talking about the basics of personal finance, but once you've got those skills down, here's the big question. How do you spend your money in a way that actually makes you happier? Can you do that? We're tackling that in a Mikey Minute next. You know that feeling when something you bought actually makes your day run smoother and just fits into your routine perfectly? Those are the wins that we don't talk about enough. In under a Mikey Minute, how do you know you've purchased something worthwhile? And Mikey, are you talking about actually making us happier?
Absolutely.
Okay, let's do this.
Well, you know what they say, money can't buy happiness. Well, studies show it actually can, depending on what you spend it on. Experts say the purchases that really boost happiness aren't always the biggest or most expensive ones. It's the things that make life simpler, easier, or save you time. A robot vacuum that gives you 20 minutes back every day. A good blender that helps you eat much healthier. Even a cozy pair of slippers that make you feel calm and comfy at home. Those little quality of life upgrades can seriously improve your mood and reduce stress. But how do you know it's a good purchase? Well, psychologists say if it makes you smile long after you bought it. if it improves your productivity or lifts your mood over the long haul, that's money well spent. On the flip side, overspending on stuff that loses its excitement after a week can do the opposite, leaving you more stressed than satisfied. So maybe it's not about spending more, but spending smarter. The best purchases aren't always big splurges. They're the ones that make everyday life just a little bit better. All right, did I make it?
Just by the skin of your teeth, Mikey.
Good. All right. Well, we asked on social media, what's one thing you've bought that genuinely made your life better? We got so many responses to this. People really wanted to talk about this. So Susie says, my heating pad. I use it every single day, and it helps me fall asleep every night. It's very soothing. I seriously couldn't live without it.
Is this one of those ones, too, that you heat up the insides in the microwave? It looked like one of those little beanbag ones.
My mom says she gives me the heating pad for everything. It doesn't matter. She says it will help. All right, Sandra says, this is Pax. Best thing that ever happened to me. He got me through a really rough time in my life, and he's still always beside me. I love that. So
I feel like dogs are always good investments.
They really are.
They will bring you happiness every day.
Can't go wrong. Debbie says, I charge everything with this and never need a cord. Plus, it plugs into the wall to charge. Also, my dog's water fountain filters the water. That thing does everything.
My gosh.
Gosh.
Yeah. Good investment.
There are a couple more. Orlana says, a massage chair. Instant relief from pain, tension, and opportunity to relax in the comfort of my own home.
This is like the ones you see in the mall?
Yes. Like, I'm gonna go over Orlana's house. I love that. So let's see. This is a long one. This is the last one. So Mary McAllen says, okay, this is funny to me, but when I was 19, I moved out on my own. I could fry and boil eggs and make sandwiches, but that was the extent of my cooking abilities. I struggled for a while making bad food. Then I found the Better Homes and Gardens cookbook at our local bookstore, bought it, and its simple recipes made me into a cook and saved me time from generic mac and cheese and mini pizzas made with bread and buns. I still use the same cookbook today.
This is Mary Mac Bakehouse, who we've had on the show before. She's a wonderful, beautiful soul. Sometimes it's that one thing that you buy that like turns everything around for you.
Book. I want cookbooks.
I love a good cookbook too.
Love that.
This is wonderful. I'm trying to think of like the last thing I bought that made me happy, and it was probably lipstick. I own way too much lipstick.
And lip gloss. Like,
makes
you have
me
a problem.
so happy.
Yeah, as long as it works for you.
It's a cheap buy.
It is.
For smiles all day. Still to come on Talk Pittsburgh. From money to health, when your priorities shift, your kids notice. Next, our parent panel is tackling how to keep your family close when life, like work projects or aging parents, take you away from quality time with your kids. Life doesn't stop for big challenges, and neither does parenting.
Today, our parent panel is sharing practical ways to keep kids feeling loved and supported, even when major life events demand your attention. Greg Baer, co-author of When You Wonder, You're Learning, and LaToya Wilson from Motherhood Redefined are here to weigh in. You know what? I think this is the one situation where, as parents, you don't get a rule book, and life still happens, whether it's personal, health, work. And you still have to be a parent. So I'm wondering, when life has happened to you, when you've gone through some difficult times, what did that look like in your house, LaToya?
Oh, I guess it just depends. Depends on the situation, and then it depends on how I'm feeling in response to the situation. So I can't give a specific, but I just know that it's important to focus on your well-being and then also focus on what's best for your family.
Yeah. I'm so glad we're talking about this. This kind of feels like mini therapy for me because my mind has been in a million different places, especially this week. One of my children is having a medical procedure this week, and we've been dealing with something really scary. And I feel like my attention is split. We are so focused on making sure that this one kid is healthy and that we're managing the pain. And then you feel like, am I neglecting the other two? Yeah. You know, it does feel, and add work and regular stress on top of it, and you can feel so pulled, like you're not doing a good job, you know?
Yeah.
And our kids are looking for assurance all the time.
Right.
You know, one of the lessons we learned from our favorite ever neighbor, Mr. Rogers, was that kids have big feelings. What do you do with the mad that you feel, the sad, the frustrated that you feel? And it's so important to acknowledge those feelings because the kids notice what's going on. And then mostly to provide them with assurance, to let them know that they're safe,
Right.
that you're still present, that right now maybe someone needs more attention, and that they're okay and you're still here and they'll understand.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And not focusing on balance, because when you try to balance everything, you miss the mark.
Right.
So just trying to focus on the quality versus the quantity, and making sure that those moments that you do spend with your kids are just quality, and that you're really connecting.
Yeah, and I know a lot of times what we go through as adults, you can't share all of the details with your kids. So how do you foster those open and honest conversations, keeping them informed, but not letting them know too much because they're still kids?
You know, we're experiencing something like that right now. So my younger daughter, one of her coaches, isn't well. And it's true that in her life right now, my parents, her grandparents are not well. And my wife and I thought, you know, she doesn't need more sadness and stress in her life. So we conveyed to her to say, look, your coach isn't well. He's getting treatment. You're not going to see him for a little bit. But you know what? You're okay. He's not contagious.
Right.
And so we needed to let her know enough to know that situations can be different. Coach isn't going to be present right now. But to give her some assurance that she's okay, that she's not going to get sick herself, and that things will be okay.
And I feel like too, you know, age different, that can change how we're talking with our kids, but I think that we can also teach them that selflessness, that there are other people who are going through something, and for us to maybe take a back seat sometimes. Like, we're not always going to be front and center, and that's kind of a life lesson that we need to teach our kids too.
Absolutely. I love that you focused on making sure that it's age appropriate and knowing your child. So you know.
A 2-year-old is not going to. Right. Yeah.
So recognizing what your kids can handle, and then also recognizing what you're able to handle. So are you in the position to share it all, or do you need some moments to, you know, recenter and come up with a better narrative?
Yeah.
And yet again, knowing that they're little humans who have big feelings just like you and me, and so acknowledging that.
Yeah, you know, my son he's only 2 years old, but I'm already thinking about this. Like, I want to be that mom. I want to be that mom that he comes to and confides in me and can talk to me and is honest about things that are going on in his life. But I know as kids get older, they probably do that less and less. Like, how do you keep that line of communication open?
Oh, that's a tough one.
I feel like with my high schooler, just reminding her of that very thing, that you can trust mom and dad, that you can come to us. I think it's hearing that repeatedly and assuring that, and then actually making it true when that moment happens.
That's the hard part. Not shutting down.
Exactly.
And not personalizing it when it doesn't happen.
Yes.
So knowing that kids, you know, they grow and they evolve differently, and so they may be a little bit more apprehensive to tell you, but that doesn't mean that you failed by creating a safe space. It just means that they're learning about what they feel comfortable with, and that it's not a personal reflection on you or your parenting.
Like I said, I'm so glad that you both were here today.
Yeah.
And you too.
Such a good conversation.
Nice conversation. I needed this today. Thank you.
Thank you. All right, well, you can watch past panels on our website, kdka.com/talkpittsburgh, and we'll be right back.
As we talked about at the beginning of the show, it is Veterans Day, and if you're a veteran or an active duty service member, lots of local businesses have treats for you today. On your way home from work today, you can stop by Sheetz for a free half turkey sub and a fountain drink, plus a free car wash.
Oh, that's nice. And speaking of car washes, Clean Express Wash is offering a free wash to veterans and members of the military. Permane Brothers has a free sandwich. Chipotle offering buy one, get one entrees for veterans.
And you can get free coffee at Starbucks as well. Perfect for that late afternoon pick-me-up. Just a couple of the things that are being offered around for veterans and active duty service members today. Coming up tomorrow on Talk Pittsburgh, groundbreaking research is happening right here in Pennsylvania using something as simple and routine as menstrual blood to detect early signs of endometriosis. But this breakthrough is only the beginning. What it could mean for women like us, we are talking to one of the study's doctors tomorrow. It is incredible the kind of research that's happening right here in our area. Looking forward to that conversation.
Absolutely, and we're exploring this formal missile command center turned tap room. We're taking you on a journey through Cold War history and behind the scenes of a local beer business, Grist House.
Thank you so much for joining us today for Talk Pittsburgh. We will also be streaming on CBS News Pittsburgh tonight at 9. KDKA TV News at 4 starts right now.